Hello football fans, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back for another video. This is Kaizer Chiefs news, the only channel that brings you all the latest news that is happening at our basic club of Kaizer Chiefs. For those of you, if you're new here, you may join us by subscribing the channel. Remember to turn on the bell icon that will appear after hitting that subscribe button. You will be the first one to get all the latest news about our basic club of Kaizer Chiefs that we are providing each and every day concerning. Nation first, please help us grow this platform, help us reach at least 1k subscribers to my YouTube channel. It is, it means a lot to me, and it is free to subscribe apart from that. Today I have some news that I want to share with you, but as a Nation first, what you need to know right now, please stay here and watch the video until the end. So without wasting your time, now let's dive deep into the story and discussing about our basic club of Kaizer Chiefs. Now let's talk about a transfer tag of war and how Siandandrov became the midfield prize of the PSL. The name Siandandrov has suddenly moved from quiet admiration to full-blown transfer drama in South African football. What began as interest from two of the country's most historic clubs, Kaizer Chiefs and the Orlando Pirates, has now escalated into a high-stakes battle after Mamelodi Sundowns entered the race with a lucrative official offer to Locomotive Golden Arrows. This is no longer just a transfer rumor, it is a reflection of how one player's rises has captured the attentions of the entire Premier Soccer League, and how the big three now find themselves cycling the same target for very different reasons. Let's start with a Kaizer Chiefs, the first to show a serious interest. Before the headlines exploded with Mamelodi Sundowns, a former bid, Kaizer Chiefs were quietly monitoring Siandandrov's situation for months. Chiefs, a technical team, has been on an aggressive rebuilding mission, searching for midfielders who can bring balance, energy, and a tactical intelligence to a squad that has struggled for a consistent in recent season. Why Chiefs identified Ndrov? At Nature Arena, Ndrov was viewed as a player who could solve several long-standing problems: a lack of composure in central midfielder, difficulties transitional from defense to attack, and reliance on aging or injury-prone players. Scouts were impressed by Ndrov's discipline in positional play, calmness under pressure, ability to recycle possession, a willingness to track back defensively. For Chiefs, this was not about signing a superstar, it was about building a reliable engineer, a room player who can stabilize the team and allow attacking player to flourish. When we look at a financial reality at Chiefs, however, a Chiefs interest ran into familiar challenge. The club remains cautious with spending after recent recruitment mistakes. And while they admire Ndrov, the approach was believed to be exploitative rather than aggressive. Negotiation did not reach a formal offer stage, a part because Chiefs were prioritizing multiple positions and trying to manage their wage structure. This situation created space for rivalries to move faster. Orlando Pirates, strategic monitoring and long-term planning. Soon after Chiefs' interest may become known in football cycles, Orlando Pirates joined the conversation. Pirates have been praised in recent season for smarter recruitment and better squad planning. The midfield, although competitive, faces the long-term challenge of aging players and the need for younger profiles who can grow into leadership roles. Why Orlando Pirates wanted Ndrov? Pirates viewed Ndrov as a potential long-term successor in central midfielder, a rotation option for congested schedules, a player who could adapt to their high-intensity pressing system. The Buccaneers' interest was rooted in the sustainability rather than urgency. They admired Nro's tactical awareness, work rate, ability to play in tight spaces, maturity beyond his age. Pirates' tactical staff reportedly saw him as someone who could be developed rather than immediately thrown in the starting lineup. Pirates a transfer dilemma. However, Pirates faced their own challenge, a budget balancing after recent signing focus on reinforcing defense and attacking first, ongoing contract negotiation with key players. This meant that while interest was genuine, it remained in the background first rather than escalating into a concrete bid. Pirates were watching, waiting, and calculating, but a football relay waits for long. Mamelodi Sundowns enter the scene, a power and precision. When Mamelodi Sundowns stepped in the stall, a change completed. Unlike Chiefs and Pirates, Sundowns did not hesitate. They moved with a clarity and financial muscle, submitting a lucrative former offer to Lomotive Golden Arrows. This was not just an interest, it was a statement. Why Sundowns acted decisively? Sundowns saw Ndrov as a part of their long-term dominance strategy. Despite already boasting one of their deepest midfielders in the league, Sundowns continue to plan ahead with a ruthless efficiency. Their reasoning is simple: injuries, CAF, a Champions League demand, a squad rotation, aging senior players. Ndrov fits their profile perfectly. Young, local developed, a coachable, tactical sound, a physical, reliable. Rather than competing later with Chiefs or Pirates, Sundowns choose to act early and decisively. Now let's talk about Golden Arrows, though decision. For Lomotive Golden Arrows, this situation is bittersweet. On one hand, their development system is being validated, producing a midfield now wanted by the big three, confirming their credibility as a talent factor. On the other hand, losing Ndrov could disrupt their season significantly. Arrows now faces a key question: do they cash in immediately? Do they hold out for a high fee? Do they risk losing a leverage if the player pushes for a move? A lucrative offer from Sundowns brings a financial security, but also a sporting risk. Golden Arrows will likely try to negotiate bonuses and sell on clauses, secure a replacement before approving the move, ensure they are not rushes into a decision. What this means for Chiefs and Orlando Pirates: Sundowns' move effectively puts Chiefs and Orlando Pirates in a difficult position. Both clubs now faces a reality they have encountered many times before. Either match Sundowns' ambitions or a step aside. For Chiefs, this highlights the gap between interest and action, raises questions about a financial strategy, may push them to look elsewhere. For Pirates, it exposes the risk of waiting too long, forces them to license their midfield prioritizes. The psychological impact is just as important as the sporting one. Sundowns' intervention once again remains the rig who sets the tempo. A tactical implication: if Ndrov joins Sundowns, his development path will change dramatically. Instead of becoming a central figure at Chiefs or Orlando Pirates, he may become a rotational player, a learner in a started midfield, a long-term project. This could be both as a blessing and a challenge. At Santos, he will gain a Champions League experience, world-class training standard, a culture of winning, but he will also face a factory competition for minutes, a pressure to adapt quickly, limited early opportunities. Let's look at a fan reaction and debate. The football public has responded strong to this saga. Chiefs fans questions why their clubs did not move faster. Pirates fans debate whether a patience will cost them another target. Sundowns supporters see this as another smart piece of business. And neutral fans are divided. Some praises Sundowns' efficiency, others worry about a competitive imbalance in the league. The debate goes beyond draw. It touches on the future of the PSL itself. The big picture. This transfer battle is not only about one midfielder. It reflects three different philosophies. Kaizer Chiefs rebuilding carefully, managing risky. Orlando Pirates planning strategical but cautiously. Mamelodi Sundowns acting defensively, financial and tactical. Sundowns has become the symbol of the contrast. In addition, I can say that a career-defining moment. As the negotiation continue, one trust is a career. Sundowns' next move will shape not only his career but also the balance of power in South African football. If he joins Mamelodi Sundowns, it will underline their dominance once again. If a Chiefs or Orlando Pirates respond, it could ignite one of the most dramatic transfer battle in the recent PSL history. For Golden Arrows, this is a moment of opportunity and risky. For Ndrov, it is one in a lifetime chance. And for the fans, it is a reminder that in modern football, transfer are not just a deal, they are stories of ambitious power and identity. So this is all about Sianda and Rove. This is all about Sianda and Rove, a transfer tag of war, and how Sianda and Rove became the midfield prize of the PSL. Drop your opinion in the comment section below. This is Kaizer Chiefs News, where Coast first meet and talk about our best club of Kaizer Chiefs. Be honest, I have nothing to say. Remy wish you the best. Welcome back and stay here to be updated.